हेलो लवली पीपल, तो कैसे हैं आप लोग। वेलकम बैक टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल। आई होप आप लोग बहुत अच्छे होंगे, मैं भी बहुत अच्छा हूँ। सो आज मैंने अपनी वीडियोस देखी सारी, मतलब सारी नहीं, कुछ वीडियोस देखी और आज रियलाइज़ हुआ कि मैंने अब तक अपने आप को इंट्रोड्यूस ही नहीं करा। बताओ हाउ फुलिश आई वाज। तो आज मैं इंट्रोड्यूस करने जा रहा हूँ अपने आप को। तो मेरा नाम है अभिनव। मैं अपनी इंस्टा आई डी और जितने भी हैंडल्स हैं मैं सब नीचे डाल दूँगा, वहाँ पर जाकर फॉलो कर लेना, प्लीज़ फॉलो करना प्लीज़। मैं कह रहा हूँ फिर आज तो वहाँ पर कुछ है नहीं करने के लिए, तो मैंने सोचा कुछ कर लिया जाए।
तो वहाँ कुछ है नहीं करने के लिए, मैंने सोचा कुछ कर लिया जाए।
क्या किया जाए अब मेरी समझ में नहीं आ रहा था, तो फिर मैंने कहा चलो देखते हैं क्या करते हैं। और मैं सोचा चलो आप लोगों के साथ यूट्यूब भी देख लिया जाए थोड़ा सा। Oh my God! Wow! तो लेट्स सी आज कोई बढ़िया वीडियो मिल जाए तो बढ़िया वीडियो, बढ़िया 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 बढ़िया।
Few moments later.
नेटवर्क कैसे रातों रात सुपर सेफ लॉक हुआ।
12 seconds later.
नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन दिस। दूसरा देखते हैं। दूसरा दूसरा
One eternity later.
कुछ ढंग का नहीं मिल रहा, क्या देखूं मैं।
The next day.
Welcome back to Movie On.
अरे तो अलेक्जेंड्रा डडारियो, हाँ अलेक्जेंडर डडारियो भाई, हाँ थोड़ी सी गलती
Today
है
I'm
नाम
going to
में।
explain the movie called Lost Girls in Love Hotels from 2020. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care, and I hope you enjoy it. In this movie, a girl falls in love with a gangster. What happens next? To know the rest, you must watch the whole video. This movie is based on the theme
ये थोड़ी अच्छी लग रही है। Let's say that.
of when we get defeated by ourselves. So without wasting any time, let's start the explanation. At the beginning of the movie, we saw a girl. She was walking through the tunnel. Her name was Margaret. She was so drunk and someone was behind her. When she took out a cigarette, the man behind her gave her the lighter. She told him to take her to the hotel. The scene ends here and the story goes to flashback. Margaret told us that sometimes she thinks that there's no happy ending to some stories. She works in a flight attendant school in Japan. She teaches the girls to pronounce correctly. Last night she was so drunk and she came to school today in the same dress. One of her students really likes her and compliments her outfit. She came to the school with the same outfit that she wore yesterday in the club, which means she didn't go to her house yet. She went to the washroom to change her dress, but the boss of this place noticed this. She asked her if she was okay. Margaret said, yes, I'm alright. Margaret lives alone in a tiny apartment. She goes to the bar every night with her friends. One of her friends' names was Ines, and the other was Liam. Tonight she was drunk as well. She asked them what will happen if I get so drunk. They told her that if you got so drunk, you'll not be able to walk. When she went to the washroom, she saw a man and had sex with him.
Yeah, boy.
After that, she came back to the
ये बढ़िया है भाई, मतलब बाहर वाले जहाज मस्त बढ़िया आदमी दिखा कर लिया।
table and started drinking again.
हॉलीवुड मूवीज का बड़ा अच्छा लगता है।
At night, when she and her friend Liam were alone, Liam asked her, why don't you date me? You can go out with me. He got so close to her, but Margaret
Why don't you date me? मैं नहीं, you date me.
told him that, I think of you as my brother. On the road, she saw a gangster. His name was Yakuza. Margaret said that Yakuza was the most handsome guy she ever saw in her life. Yakuza also noticed her. When the signal became green,
ये handsome था।
they went their separate ways. It was too late in the night. All of her friends went to their house, but she was not going to her home. She went to another bar and got drunk. In that bar, she saw another guy, and the guy also saw her. They both smiled at each other. The guy took her to a hotel. They were about to have sex, but Margaret told him to hit her with a belt.
Oh my God! Wow!
She loved to get hit while having sex, but the guy didn't want to hit her at
Yeah, boy.
all. That's why she left the hotel. Margaret didn't go to her house that night either. She went to the school in the dress she wore last night. She was so drunk that she couldn't even walk. Her boss saw her and told her that, "I think you're not feeling well today. You should go back to your home." Margaret went to the washroom, and her boss also came after her. She asked her, "Do you know why I gave you the job?" Margaret didn't know. Then she told her that, "When I was young, I was like you. I enjoyed my life." But Margaret didn't believe her, because now she was totally different. Her boss told her, "I don't have my husband or any child. Everyone knows that my life is terrible. I might have made so many mistakes in my life, but still I can teach something to these girls." She was trying to inspire Margaret. After that, Margaret went to the library. She was looking at a painting book. The book was full of nude paintings. But suddenly,
न्यूड दिखता है ऐसा दिन
Yakuza came there and asked her, "Do you like this artist?"
हैंडसम है ये क्या हो क्या गया है
Margaret said yes. Yakuza also said, "Me too." In the next scene, we saw that they came to a hotel, just like Margaret wanted. She wanted to have sex with him.
It's time to stop! It's time to stop, okay? No more! Where the fuck are your parents?
While her hands and legs would be tied to the bed. Yakuza did the same.
50 Shades of Grey वाला हिसाब कर रहे हैं इसमें लड़की वो है गजब
He tied her hands and legs to the bed and had sex with her. Yakuza told her not to think that he was a bad man. Margaret told him, "No, I won't." The next day, when she went to her school, her boss asked her, "Do you think this is all fun?" Margaret told her, "Actually, I like this job of mine." She played the role of a flight attendant. She was telling them about how a little girl can behave with a terrorist. She played the role of them. When school ended, she saw that Yakuza was waiting for her. He told her not to worry. They will just go for dinner. He took her to a Japanese restaurant. They had to enter the restaurant without their shoes on. When Margaret took off her shoes, we saw that her socks were torn apart. Yakuza didn't want her to feel uncomfortable, so he took her to another restaurant. He asked her, "What do you do in Japan?" Margaret told him that, "Actually, I want to live alone." She does not want to stay away from people, but she wants to stay away from her family and her country. They were talking to each other, but suddenly, a man came there. He was so drunk. He fell on Margaret. Margaret felt so uncomfortable from this and went to the washroom. When she came back from the washroom, she said that the whole restaurant was totally quiet. Actually, Yakuza is a gangster, and that's why he kicked everyone out of the restaurant. He told Margaret that
ऐसा होना चाहिए गैंगस्टर तो सही है
sometimes people will try to disturb you. That's why you need to stay away from them. After that, they went to the hotel once again and had sex.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Margaret asked him, "What do you like about myself?" Yakuza told her that, "You're very special. Your needs do not get fulfilled very easily, so satisfying you is like a challenge to me." Then Yakuza asked her about what she likes about him. Margaret also told him that he was also like a challenge to her, and she likes challenges. Yakuza told her about his marriage, and Margaret got upset after hearing this. She left the hotel. In the next scene, we saw that Margaret told her friend that one day I will lose my consciousness and be mad. But her friend asked her, "Is this about Yakuza?" There is no difference between love and madness. Margaret told her that he's going to be married. Her friend also felt a bit upset. She told her that life is a ride, and enjoy this ride. To turn on her mood, she took her to a bar. After that, we saw that she was looking at a book. It was the same book which she saw at the library when she met Yakuza. Yakuza gifted this book to Margaret. Margaret saw that there was a hotel card inside the book. Then she went to that hotel and met him. They had sex once again. Margaret found it so interesting that Yakuza was a gangster.
सेक्सी हो रहा था सेक्सी सेक्स हो रहा है
Margaret asked him, "Did you ever cut someone's finger off and send it as a gift?" Yakuza told her if someone makes a mistake and he wants him to remember this for the rest of their lives, then he will cut their fingers off. He didn't want to talk to her about this, so he asked her about her family. Her parents were already dead, and she had a brother. She started to hear so many voices in her head that she had no one in her life who could guide her. She asked him, "Do you love your wife?" Yakuza told her that you have to take some responsibility in your life. You can never spend your life alone. Marriage, society are so important, and that's why he had to get married. After that, they had sex once again. Yakuza asked her, "Why do you play this game in bed?" Margaret told him that this is the thing that turns her on. In the next scene, we saw that Margaret was taking drugs with her friend Liam. Liam's girlfriend came there. They looked so cute together. Therefore, Margaret was making fun of them. The next day, when she was coming to her school, Yakuza was standing outside. He asked her to go somewhere with him. Since Margaret
खुशी देख रहे चेहरे पे खुशी देख रहे लौंडिया की
had to go to school, she could not go with him. She told him, "We can go out tomorrow if you want." But Yakuza insisted, and she agreed. Some of her students saw this. They were traveling by train, and Yakuza showed her some photos of his childhood. Margaret became so happy about it. After that, Yakuza took her to a place, and they kissed each other. Then they came to a pagoda. There was a sign inside the pagoda. Yakuza told her that she will get a new life if you come here. From now on, you will have no connection with your past life. After coming out from the pagoda, Yakuza asked her how she was feeling. Actually, Margaret was not feeling anything special, so Yakuza told her that you will feel it later. Margaret fell asleep on the train. Then Yakuza put her jacket on her body and left. As we saw, Margaret didn't come to school yesterday. Therefore, her boss got so angry with her and fired her from her job. Margaret told her that she can become a good person, but her boss told her that if you want to be a waitress, then go somewhere else. After she came out of the school, she cried a lot. Yakuza also didn't contact her. One day, her friend came to her and told her that she will go back to America. Margaret told her that the good things of our life do not stay with us for long. They leave us. For the last time, they went to a bar. Margaret asked her friend, "Why did you choose me as your friend?" She told her that there are two kinds of people on this earth. First one is who gets their wish fulfilled very easily. The second is who takes away their favorite things from people, like a hunter. At first sight, I felt that you're from the second group. That night, Margaret had sex with so many guys. The next day, while she was walking on the road, she found Yakuza. He was with his whole family. His wife was also there. When his family left, Margaret started following him. Yakuza entered a building, but Margaret could not find him. That's why she sat there and cried a lot. Yakuza was watching all of this from his room, and then he came to her. He told her to stay away from him. He's not worthy of her. Margaret told him that maybe she can be his secret. Actually, Margaret only wanted to have sex with Yakuza. They hugged each other, and Margaret said, "I love you," to him. Then they had sex. Yakuza
पूरी मूवी में हो रहा है भाई पूरी मूवी में ही हो रहा है
felt well about this, but he was feeling sad about what he did today. Margaret wanted to stay in Japan, but she had no job. That's why she started a job in a bar. On the first day, she realized that this was not the right job for her, because she got drunk that night. When she left the bar, she cried on the road, and Liam's girlfriend saw her. She took her to a restaurant. Margaret told her that sometimes I feel like staying alone. That night, she was also drunk as well. She saw a poster on the wall. Girls were getting kidnapped from the city. At the beginning of the movie, we saw a scene where a man helped her to light her cigarette, and she told him to take her to a hotel. Her behavior was so strange. She told him to tie her to the bed. He tied her to the bed and asked her, "What do you think? You're special because of your behavior?" Margaret said, "No, it's not like this. Actually, I like this kind of hotel." He told her, "When I was young, I came to this hotel with a girl very often." Margaret told him that sometimes people hide another face behind their actual face. Margaret realized that it could be her last night on Earth, and she saw that sign from the pagoda. She felt like she was getting a new life. When he was about to kill her, Yakuza came there and saved her life. She couldn't believe that it was him. She asked him, "Are you following me?" Actually, Yakuza was in love with her, and that's why he was following her. Margaret got a new life, and that's why she decided to live a new life. She wanted to change her lifestyle, and that's why she came back to America. While going back, she called Yakuza and told him that "You were right. I got a new life after seeing the sign from that pagoda." On that flight, she saw her student. Now she has become a flight attendant. She felt very proud that her job matters. The dialogue she said at the beginning of the movie, she said that dialogue once again, but she added a little more to that dialogue. She said that there's no happy ending in life. There's always something happening to our life. And this is so messy. People make a story with different events in their life, but this does not matter at all. If we notice it, then it looks so beautiful. We will be able to find beauty in everything in our life if we look for it. Margaret has lost everything in her life. She was in love with Yakuza, but she could not have him as well. After coming from death, she wants to live her life in a new way. When she saw her student on the plane, she felt very proud. Just like her boss told her that I have made so many mistakes in my life, but I can teach these girls from my mistakes. And Margaret will do this in the future. Whatever happens to her life, she will find beauty in it. This was the positive message of this movie. To watch more explanations of these kinds of movies, click on the videos on your screen. And
भाई साहब, ये तो बढ़िया मूवी लगी मेरे को। मतलब रैंडमली सर्च करते करते कुछ ना कुछ मिल ही गया। मूवी का नाम क्या है? द लॉस्ट गर्ल्स एंड लव होटल्स। 2020 मूवी का, 2020 की मूवी है। वाह भाई, ऐसे ही कुछ भी सर्च करते रहो ना, ऐसे ही कुछ भी मिल जाता है। सही है, मिल गया, बढ़िया है, तो अच्छा लगा मुझे। सो गाइस, आज के लिए बस इतना ही। मिलते हैं कल अगली वीडियो में। तब तक के लिए बाय, टाटा, गुड डे, सी यू।